All right, let's take a look at a new bonus series in version 9.1 featuring the new McLaren 765 LT. We're talking about International Super Coupe Challenge. You'll find it in Road Collection under Elite section. It is going to be the very last bonus series. And the same series, the bonus series, does feature two other cars, namely Porsche 911 Gt3 Rs from the production year 2018 and the Ford GT from 2017. So let's check in to this series and see what we can expect. So, International Super Coupe Challenge, 3 of the finest two-door supercars battle for supremacy across the globe. 3 very nice cars. Alright, so this series, 20 tiers total, 51 events. That consists of 48 trophy events and 3 time trials, because it features 3 cars. So along with 3 time trials, you also have 3 tiers of showcase tiers, and each showcase tiers 2 events exclusive to particular car that is being showcased, right? And in terms of rewards, there's 75 total gold rewards and 75,000 racing dollar total available in this bonus series. And the first 25% completion will get you 9 gold and 9,000 racing dollars. 50% completion get you 15 additional gold and 15,000 racing dollars. 75% completion get you 20 extra gold plus 20,000 racing dollars. And of course, the 100% completion will get you the remaining 31 gold plus 31,000 racing dollars. Right, and to 100% complete, you will need PR 75.8, and of course you need to own all 3 cars. And out of the 3 cars featured in this series, only one that can meet the PR requirement is the new McLaren 765 Longtail. So yeah, good to own that car. If you have won it already, good for you. On this account, I am going to be running through that track day event once I'm done with this series overview. Anyway, let's see. And if you don't own any of the 3 cars featured in this series, you can unlock it by winning 3 trophies in Lexus LFA Showcase Series. And let's see. Tier 6 is about where you will claim the 25% completion, as out of 48 gold trophy events and 3 time trials available, the 25% would mean you need 12 gold trophies plus 1 time trial if you're just pretty much running every event, since only part that you can skip is going to be the showcase tier. So if you already own the car and complete the showcase tiers and the time trials, then you will of course meet these completion earlier as opposed to later. So tier 6 being the 25% completion would be if you complete those showcase tiers here. And then on same note, 50% completion would require 24 gold trophies and 2 time trials by reaching tier 11. So obviously, if you skip those time trials and showcase tiers, that would mean you need to complete 6 more trophies, right? Or not 6 more trophies, 4 more gold trophies plus 2 more. Yeah, I guess that'll be 6 more, because you wouldn't be able to do the time trial. You would have to compensate for it with the trophy event. So that would mean you would be in tier 13 instead of tier 11 to claim the 50% completion. So yeah, it's a 25% if you are going with, winning actual showcase events. That would mean you only need PR 58.9 to claim the 25% completion, and tier 11 is where you can claim 50% completion, which means you only need 64, PR 64, 24 gold trophies plus 2 time trials, and the 75% completion would require 36 gold trophies and 3 time trials, which would put you in tier 16. And to get there, you would need PR 69.5, and of course 100% completion would mean everything. So that's 48 gold trophies and 3 time trials with a PR 75.8. Yeah, so that's pretty much the quick rundown of the series itself. Now let's take a look at all the tiers and the cars featured in the series. So we'll check into the first event to check out the cars, 3 cars. We got 2018 Porsche 911 Gt3 Rs. Mine is fully upgraded here. The base PR is 55.4. Does go up to 72.6 as you can see here. So that is a boost up 17.2 PR points. Service time 3 hours, which is pretty standard with all the newer cars that's been added to the game. Cost of the car is 600 gold normally, but if you wait till the showcase discount, which does last 2 days once you unlock the showcase tier, then you'll get 20% off, which means you can get the car for 480 gold. The car is featured in this bonus series plus one more called Road to Gt3. That's also in Elite section. With the racing dollar upgrades alone, which basically the tier 1 upgrades are the ones that's available for racing dollars. Tier 2 is all gold on this car. That'll get your PR up to 59.7 at the cost of 462,400 racing dollars. And if you fully upgrade this car, it'll cost you 554 gold and 2,204,100 racing dollars, which will take 2 days and 12 hours to get it there. So, you'll have to watch a few ads, of course. And the next contender in the series, of course, we got 2017 Ford GT. This car, I have 21 upgrades on board with a PR 70.9. So that tells you this is how I won this car from the limited time series back in the day. Base PR 57.5. When it is maxed out, it does go up to 75.1. That is a range of 17.6 PR point from base PR to fully maxed out. And as I said, service time on all these newer cars are all 3 hours. This car cost is 500 gold, so if you get that 20% this showcase discount on this car by unlocking the showcase tier, you can get it for 400 gold if you don't own it already. Car is featured in the 2 bonus series, Burning Rubber, which is also part of Elite section of the Road Collection, along with this one, International Super Coupe Challenge. And as you can see in the corner, once you max it out, there is an exclusive series for this car. The price of entry is 579 gold, so it's not exactly cheap, but that's about what you expect from the cars in this class. Once again, tier 1 upgrades on this car are the only ones available. Well, Tier 1 upgrades are the ones that you can get without any gold invested in the upgrades. So 7 upgrades available. That'll bring your PR up to 62 at the cost of 308,200 racing dollars. And to fully upgrade this car, you would need to spend some 579 gold plus 1,469,500 racing dollars. All right. Obviously, I haven't upgraded because it's they haven't offered me any upgrade discount. That's how you know. So, for example, Porsche 911, there has been an upgrade discount on that car, so that's why it's fully upgraded. Anywho, and then of course the top dog in this series is this 2020 McLaren 765 Longtail. Base PR, as you can see, starts at 61.5. Maxed out goes all the way up to 76.5. So as I said, this is the only car that can complete this bonus series 100%. Once again, 3-hour service time on this one, unless you take advantage of that 3-hour instant service once you start the track day event. All right, so this car, of course, is a little bit pricier, 650 gold. And for some reason, if you miss out on the track day event to win this car, then you can pick it up for 520 gold during the showcase discount. And currently, this is the only bonus series this car is featured in. Maybe in next version 9.2, maybe they will offer us an exclusive series. That seems to be the case. They'll have a new car in one version, and in next version they will offer us an exclusive series, which I feel like is a bit of a lazy way of doing that. But also that means we have to pay more to enter, meaning fully upgrade. Speaking of upgrades, tier 1 upgrades plus I want to say, was it the brakes, does have the tier 2 upgrade for racing dollars. So there are actually 8 upgrades available on this car for racing dollars before you have to spend gold. So because of that, it does bring your PR up to 65.3 at the cost of 583,500 racing dollars before you spend any gold. But obviously, if you won this car from the track day event, then you would have 21 upgrades available on board already. With the, what was the PR requirement for the event? It was 72.8. So yeah, that'll get you to complete this bonus series 75%. So that's not a bad deal. Now, if you want to go all the way, fully upgrade, not cheap. Especially compared to the other 2 cars in this series, this one will cost you upwards of 1,485 gold. I know. And 2,016,300 racing dollars. So yeah, quite pricey. Obviously, you don't have to fully max out in order to complete this series, but you know, I mean, you are getting pretty darn close to maxing out to meet the PR requirement of 75.8. So yeah. Anyway, so we kind of overviewed the rewards and how many events you need to win certain amount of rewards in this series. We talked about the 3 cards featured in this series, and then we'll just run through the series itself real quick here. Actual events, right, per tier. So tier 1, we got Speed Snap at Nürburgring Grand Prix, Night Race. This series, by the way, has lots of night races. Like tier 1, you can tell because we also have a Coupe at Bugatti Circuit, night circuit, a nighttime race. Not a big fan of dark rendering. Hurts my eyes, you know. Old age. Anyway, then we also have head-to-head at Dubai International. It's a single lap. And then Cup, aforementioned Cup at Bugatti Circuit, night race is going to be a single lap race. Tier 1, of course, there's no PR requirement. And Tier 2, we got autocross at the Brickyard road course, Elimination at Suzuka West, so you gotta survive for what, 2 minutes 20 seconds. And then Cup for Tier 2 at Austin, Circuit of the, oh no, why did I say Austin? It's not in US, Catalunya, Spanish. National Circuit, PR 57.7 required for single lap Cup. All right, moving on. Tier 3. Apparently I'm losing my sight as well. So, Tier 3, Speed Snap at, now that's the Austin Circuit, Circuit of the Americas, National Circuit. I knew it was in there, pretty close by. And then we also have another head-to-head, this one at Red Bull Ring, Grand Prix Circuit, single lapper. And the Cup for Tier 3 at Hockenheim National, PR 58.9 required for this 2-lap Cup. And that gets you, actually, you don't need to win all 3 trophies to unlock the next tier showcase. So watch out for that, because if you don't own this car, Porsche 911 Gt3 Rs, well, you'll have 2 days to take advantage of that showcase discount upon completing 2 trophies, winning 2 trophies in Tier 3, not all 3. Anyway, showcase tier for Porsche has Autocross at Nürburgring Sprint Circuit and Cup at Porsche Test Track Dynamic Circuit, German manufacturer for German circuits. It's just going to be a quick single lapper. Showcase tiers, of course, does not have any PR requirement. And the next tier, Tier 5, is the time trial for the Porsche, once again, in Germany at Nürburgring Grand Prix. All right, that gets us to Tier 6. We got Speed Snap at the Brickyard Road Course, head-to-head at Monza Road Course, single lapper. And the Cup for Tier 6 is going to be at Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix. PR 61.9 is required to enter this single lap Cup. All right, moving on to Tier 7. By the way, Tier 6 was the 25% completion tier. You don't need to win all 3 trophies if you completed the showcase tier and the time trial. But if you didn't, then you would have to, it'll be in Tier 7 that you would win the 25% completion, since you need to complete 3 more events, right? Anyway, Tier 7, we got speed record at Bugatti Circuit, so that's a full lap. Night race, notice. And we got elimination at Melbourne, so once again, survival. And then the Cup for Tier 7, another night race, this one at Daytona Road Course with a PR 62.9 for a single lapper. So pretty quick race there. And that gets us to Tier 8, where we find Speed Snap at Hockenheim Short, Autocross at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix, and the Cup at Nürburgring Sprint Circuit, PR 64 even required for this 2-lap Cup. And that gets us to the next showcase tier featuring Ford GT, where we got Hunter as Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix Circuit. That's a full lap. And the Cup is going to be at Dubai Club Circuit. 2 laps. Of course, no PR requirement for the showcase tier once again. And the time trial for the Ford is going to be in USA, Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix Circuit. Moving on to Tier 11, that is if you have completed your time trials and showcase tiers, then this will be where you get to claim 50% completion. And we got endurance at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course, elimination at Hockenheim Short, and the Cup is going to be at Catalunya Grand Prix, PR64 required for this 2-lap cup. And continuing on, Tier 12, we got Hunter at Silverstone Bridge Circuit, so that's a full lap. Autocross at Mount Panorama, and we got a 24-hour circuit cup with a PR 67.3 required, just a single lap. And on to the next tier, Tier 13, we got Speed Snap at Monza Road Course, Elimination at Circuit of the Americas National Circuit, and the cup for Tier 13 is at Dubai National with a PR 69.5 required, and it will be a 3-lap cup. And that gets us to the final showcase tier featuring McLaren 765 LT. And the 2 events here, we got Hunter at Suzuka East and a cup at Mount Panorama, and it'll take 2 laps. And time trial for McLaren is going to be at, you guessed it, British manufacturer. We get a British circuit, Silverstone Grand Prix. All right, moving on to Tier 16, which is where you will claim that 75% completion reward if you have been completing those time trials and showcase events. We got Speed Snap at Daytona Motorcycle Course, Autocross at Brands Hatch, and the Cup at Silverstone International Circuit with a PR 69.5 required, and it'll be a 3-lap cup. Continuing on to Tier 17. All right, and let's see. Yeah, 71.94 PR requirement here. So all 3 cars should be able to get this far once you have sufficient amount of upgrades, of course. Tier 17, we got speed record at Nürburgring Grand Prix, night race. As I was mentioning, lots of night races here. More than usual. A Hunter at now properly named WeatherTech Raceway. It's the Mazda Raceway that has been renamed because the sponsorship has been replaced by a new company, WeatherTech. So yeah, this happened few years ago, and finally the game has caught on. It's the Laguna Seca circuit, you know where, California, right? Anyway, and then we got Cup at Monza Road Course, PR 71.9 required for this 2-lap cup. And look at that. Need some gold upgrades on that one. Well, we're near the end here. On to Tier 18. We got Speed Snap at Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix. Got a drag race. I think this is the first drag race in this entire series, isn't it? It's going to be at the Brickyard Speedway section. And the cup for Tier 18 is going to be at Brands Hatch. PR 73.3 is required. So this is where Porsche is done. That cannot do even when it's maxed out. All right, it's going to be a 7-lap cup. All right, moving on to Tier 19, the penultimate tier here. We got head-to-head at Mount Panorama, most likely a single lap. Yep. Endurance at Suzuka Grand Prix, and the cup is going to be at the Leipzig circuit, Porsche Test Track, long on-road circuit, Crack in the Dawn, PR 74.5 required. So Ford, if you have sufficient amount of upgrades, should be able to do this one. And it'll take 4 laps for that one. And that gets us to the final tier, Tier 20. All right, we got Elimination at Silverstone International, Hunter at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Speedway? That's unusual. That's kind of rare to race in Speedway section nowadays. Yeah, so that would be kind of cool. You get to really push these cars, see how fast you can drive them, right? Trying to reach the, the max speed. And the final Cup is going to be at Hockenheim Grand Prix with a PR 50 or 75.8, which McLaren is the only one that can crack that one. And it'll take 3 laps there. So there we go. So that is the overview of this bonus series featuring the new McLaren 765 LT. So yeah, and in the following videos, actually, I don't know which one's gonna get uploaded first. I'm assuming this will probably be uploaded first, and then I will be making my way through the special event, the track day event, to win this car, the McLaren that is. So yeah, stay tuned and we'll catch you guys in the next video. All right, take care.